She was a star then, she's a star now.
No, all the other stresses. Oh, stresses? Did I just say stresses?
You know, the world feels she's really uptight
Yes.
and arrogant.
Yes, her yes was like,
No,
yes,
uptight.
I agree. Yes.
About uptight.
I've also become her financial advisor. So if I won't gift you on your birthday, who will I gift? I remember we used to go on websites to check what fans would write for us.
Oh God, let me name so many people in my life.
No, don't name people. No.
I have been gaslit many times before, but didn't know
we
what
did not
the
know
term
that's
was
called
and,
gaslighting.
and thought this is chalo theek hai. He says, you know, listen, you're not some any random girl that I want to hook up with. Here this boy is saying that, dude, you're very special to me. I can't touch you because you're sacred. I am done. You do what you want to do. I will do what I want to do.
I've also in my past relations sometimes heard, girls telling me that जब मैं नहीं थी, then you used to chase me so much. मैं 3 लड़कियों से बात कर लूं, लेकिन अगर मुझे पता चल जाए कि तुमने किसी लड़के से बात की ना, तो मैं गुस्सा हो जाता हूँ.
हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम गायत्री निर्मल और आज की हमारी जो गेस्ट हैं उन्हें देखकर आप डेफिनेटली यू आर गोइंग टू ट्रैवल डाउन द मेमोरी लेन. नॉस्टैल्जिया इज गोइंग टू हिट यू वेरी हार्ड. सो विदाउट अ फर्दर अडू,
I just want to do this. Why do that?
ये वाला? अच्छा, ये वाला?
Yeah, that's it.
please welcome
That's
Karan
it.
Wahi and Jennifer Winget. Pink will out.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
guys.
you for
Hi.
having us.
Hi. So after 14 years,
Yeah.
इनमें कौन सी क्वालिटी है जो अब भी वही है, कुछ नहीं बदला है?
ओह, ये खाना बहुत अच्छा खिलाते हैं. तब भी खिलाते थे और अब भी खिलाते हैं. I mean, देखकर इनको लगता नहीं है कि ये वैसा खाना खाते हैं जो जिससे ऐसी बॉडी हो सके इनकी.
इनका मतलब है हर चीज, हर डिश से पहले बटर होना चाहिए उसमें.
हाँ, और वो जो खाना यार इनकी बहुत सी ऐसी क्वालिटी है जो चेंज नहीं, बिकॉज मैं कैसे समझाऊं यार. वाही is my friend, he's my homie, you know, he's much more than just people, somebody that I've worked with. और जब पता चला कि हम साथ में काम एक्चुअली बहुत टाइम से वेट कर रहे हैं साथ में काम करने के लिए, और जब पता चला कि चलो वाही वाज ऑन बोर्ड, आई वाज सो हैप्पी. एंड दैट शोज एवरी डे व्हेन आई गो टू वर्क एंड व्हेन आई वर्क विद हिम. आई वाज टेलिंग हिम जस्ट द अदर डे दैट it is so nice, I feel so happy to work with him because I've also seen that growth in him, and I think vice versa. From then to now, it just...
No, she was a star then, she's a star now.
No, nonsense, I wasn't. Okay, but yeah, it just... My heart is happy working with him.
You know, the fact that you address him with his last name just proves that you all have this very bro kind of a relationship.
You know, if you've known Wahi for such a long time, you would also know that all his friends call him Wahi.
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, I had this little Christmas party at home where some of us, were there gathered, and we did this whole Secret Santa, gifting game, and so somebody got a gift for Wahi, and it said, "This is for Karan," and Karan is like,
and I guessed it in the first go because I was like, there's only one person in this entire room who calls me Karan.
So you guessed it.
yeah.
This is the person. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, nobody calls me. But I think what happens is I feel there are too many of us in the fraternity.
Agreed.
There's just too many of us. And B, I feel some names are never called. They're just addressed by their surname, and some names have, like, you'll never call her Winget. You always call her Jenny. I've also actually not heard too many people call her Jennifer.
Yeah, true.
So I think it's just with that, and I feel it's nice. It's nice to work with people that you've always been with, and not just been with on camera. I think when you've been with them off camera, I think it just resonates and it just shows.
Yeah, it just translates. And when you have your friend working with, every day is just a happy day.
I agree.
Exactly.
Every day. I mean, even when we started the show, the director of our show, ex-director of our show, Anirudh, who also, Anirudh, me and Karan, we all met on this one show that we were doing 14 years ago. So we all actually met at the three of us met at the same time there. And since then to now, it's been a journey for all of us individually, together, personally, professionally. So, you know, when you work in an environment which is that environment, it's like every day. I remember I used to wake up and I'm like, oh my God, thank you, because it is an absolute joy to work with people who first and foremost know what they're doing, help you to get better, and are also as involved in the work as you, if not more. So it just is such a healthy, joyful, conducive environment to work in, and I think that kind of takes away all the other stresses. Stresses? Did I just say stresses? All the other stress, because you just feel you're like floating on clouds, and it's such a beautiful feeling.
मैं वो अभी ऑक्सफोर्ड की डिक्शनरी चाहिए.
Stresses.
Conducive. This is what you see. This is why I wanted to work with her again. मेरी इतने सालों से इंग्लिश थोड़ी सी तंग है. It's becoming better. I'll use words like conducive and resonating.
Yes. Okay, so a quality about her that she still has.
I think she's the same person. I actually met Jenny, I think around 15, 16 or 17 years back for the first time through friends, and then we got to work together, and I was a completely different human being in size and mind. But I think even back then she was still as she laughs a lot. I don't know if she laughs a lot when I am right next to her, but I've noticed this. I've noticed this about her, that she's and she doesn't actually take too much stress. ये जो बोल रही है, she doesn't. Like at least on the face she doesn't. The man we met before does the stress thing, which is a very, very good quality, which I think I would love to imbibe, because I feel when she's at work, sometimes just, you know, noticing the way she is at work, you want to be better, or you want to work better, or be, you know, just be better for her and for yourself. And I think that's been there since the first time we met. And she's just too chilled out there. I feel the world feels she's really uptight
Yes.
and arrogant.
Yes, her yes was like,
No,
yes,
uptight.
I agree. Yes.
About uptight.
No,
Yes.
because I'll tell you why. I feel, and maybe because I know her very well, it's like I'm somebody who can. I'm like Mr. Facebook. I'll just be friends with, you know, just anyone and everyone. I feel she's not an introvert, but I think she takes her time, which is also a good thing to do. And that's why people find her uptight. But I think once she knows you and you know her, she's a different human being. Like I hope and pray that all of you...
You never see that side.
All of you never see that side. Because sometimes that side is a little... You're not like me. Don't be. It's okay. But I think, like, nothing's changed. She was beautiful back then. She's beautiful now. She's
Much more beautiful.
She's at least, I think now the change that I see in her is probably because I've also become a different person.
I agree.
So I also I was very frivolous when the first time I met her. Frivolous in the way, frivolous about my work, my lifestyle. I would not care a damn about, you know, where I want to take my life.
He was a poor little rich boy.
Yeah, I was a poor little rich. I was a poor boy of a rich father.
The vision was unclear back then.
And I think also because...
Sorry, I will it was, you know, it's not that. I don't agree with that. We were young. We were really young, you know, like it takes time to learn lessons. It takes time to better yourself. It takes failures to kind of, you know, to have that to maturity or even understanding. So it's a process. We met when we were what, in our 20s, 22, 23 or something like that. We didn't have so much exposure. So we were naive. So I won't call him frivolous. He was very, very serious about his work then, and even now. In fact, he's become better now, obviously. But he was never frivolous, and he was very, very that child. He was a child.
I still am.
He's still a child. He's a man-child now.
But I feel it's like, you know, sometimes when you go to work, everyone has a different way of taking their job. I think I've become better at it because I've
100%.
also worked so much
Correct.
after that. I've also worked on different mediums with different people. I've also realized I don't have to come to work to prove a point. I think back then I used to do that. You know, I wanted to prove a point that I deserve this place. And I feel when that thing goes away, your interaction becomes different. I've also become her financial advisor.
Property.
Her property manager, and yeah, so I've learned these new things that I've brought to the table now.
That's why you are yaron ka yaar. You're there
I
for
am
everything.
100%.
But that I am. Like I think it also has to go with because I'm the only child to my parents. So I think I've always had friends to fall, you know, towards, and I feel that's how I used to make friends. And for me, एक बार आप मेरे दोस्त हो ना, तो आपको कोई जो भी चाहिए, मतलब मैं हूँ, मतलब अगर मेरे, if I can do something for you, I'll do it.
Do it.
मतलब I
Be
don't
the
think
first
too much.
person there. हाँ बोल क्या what?
हाँ मतलब I don't have this thing कि you know कभी-कभी हो जाता है ना, हम लोगों को लगता है कि जैसे कई जगह मैं पढ़ता था कि दोस्ती के बीच में ना पैसे वैसे नहीं होने चाहिए या and I feel दोस्ती में ही तो मतलब आप सब कुछ कर देते हो।
और किससे आप
जैसे मेरे को
who would you reach out to?
Yeah, because मेरे को किसी ने बोला था एक बारी कि यार please don't give me gifts on my birthday. I say if I won't gift you on your birthday, who will I gift?
Exactly.
I will not go to a stranger and gift.
I love gifts.
Yeah, she loves gifts. I just gifted you an idea of properties.
I love that idea.
Yeah, so I think a lot has changed, a lot hasn't. So it's fun.
Yes, and also, like you said, you all were very naive back then. I think every person, when they're in their 20s, they have an internal struggle to find themselves, to understand. ये करना है, वो करना है, ठीक है, ये सब कर लिया, अब मैं कहाँ फिट बैठता हूँ?
और टाइम भी बहुत अलग था ना,
बहुत अलग
क्योंकि उस टाइम क्या था, एक टेलीविजन था, फिल्म्स थी, तो आप अगर टीवी करते थे तो आप पूरा टाइम वही एक चीज करते रहते थे. There was no social media awareness, so there was not social media like how it is today.
There wasn't social media then back then.
There was Facebook, there was Orkut, there was High Five.
High Five.
Yeah, something. MSN Messenger or something, but yeah, I think it's also because our ideologies were so different. Because हम लोग I remember we used to go on websites to check what fans would write for us and stuff like that. But today, also today it's how we used to say na, the less approachable you were back in the days, the bigger star you were. Today it's completely the opposite. The more approachable, the more out there you are, the more famous you are.
And that's why, you know, the era of star is not existing.
It's very
anymore.
subjective now.
Yeah.
So I think anyone and everyone is a star in their own right.
Yeah.
But एक चीज जो मैं बोलना चाहूँगा, जो I think जेनी और मेरी एटलीस्ट नहीं बदली है, we believe, I feel, and I'll speak for her also, that हमारा काम ही ना हमें actual star बनाएगा या नहीं बनाएगा. ये बाकी की जो चीजें हैं ना, these are all bonuses.
Yeah, so talking about the show, so the trailer that I've seen, there's this term that you've used for his character, emotional fraud. I was taken aback. By that term. So if you had to define emotional fraud, how would it be?
Oh God, let me name so many people in my life.
No, don't name people. No.
No, but I'll tell you. No, I'm joking. No. All nice people have come in my life and gone. Where was I? Emotional. Yeah, I think it's a very important term that even I learned during the shooting of this show, because we all, men or women, kind of have gone through it at some point in our lives, where there is one person in your life that will gaslight you. Okay, earlier it has all, but that time, at least for me personally, I didn't know what the term gaslighting meant. Till now, when it's become trendy and cool to I have been gaslit many times before, but didn't know
we
what
did not
the
know
term
that's
was,
called
and,
gaslighting.
and thought this is chalo theek hai. So I think an emotional fraud is a person who knows that he's your strength and your weakness also.
Yeah.
You know, he can push the buttons and make you dance according to his or her tune. So I think that is something that in terms of Virat and Anushka's relationships, they've been in a situationship, okay, not a relationship, for on and off for about 14 years. Okay, they met as young kids 14 years ago in real life
And in real
life also. And somehow he just knows how to push her buttons, and no matter what he does, she keeps going back to him, thinking, because she sees the true Virat, his heart, and his heart, the pure heart, दिल का बड़ा अच्छा है. ये बोलता है ना, दिल का बड़ा अच्छा है. हाँ ठीक है, but दिल का बड़ा अच्छा है. But somewhere Virat also truly, genuinely loves her, but he comes from a broken family, and you know, a lot of things have happened with him where he has this commitment issue. Okay, and he keeps telling her, he says, you know, listen, you're not some any random girl that I want to hook up with. You are my special person. But there comes a point when Anushka says that, dude, enough. I am not a special person. I'm a normal girl who wants normal things. So this is what is interesting about our show, that it talks about this relationship, which is very today. Don't make this girl into this pure and pious, you know, don't put her up there. No, she's today's girl. She's normal girl. She's a normal girl. She has needs. She wants her boyfriend to do PDA with her. She wants all of that. And here this boy is saying that, dude, you're very special to me. I can't touch you because you're sacred.
Yeah.
So
Touch other people.
And go touch other people. Okay, so this is Virat, and it's actually a very toxic relationship. Okay, which I think a lot of us kind of face at some point in our lives or the other, because she keeps going back. For 14 years she's been going back, till one day she says that, I'm done. I am done. You do what you want to do. I will do what I want to do. And that's when he realizes that whatever, but still he doesn't realize it completely. That you'll have to see the show to know. But it's a very toxic relationship actually. And then over a period of time, they kind of decide to start from a clean slate and be friends first. Otherwise it was all because they started so young, okay? And then he also works in her father's company. So, you know, it's very easy to cut off and say, okay, bye. But when you're also working in the same environment as young kids, it's difficult to kind of cut off, right? So it's that kind of will they, won't they kind of a situation that keeps happening with Virat and Anushka. And I think will they, won't they always works. एक बार मिल गए तो फिर क्या है, हो गया खत्म.
Karan, we see that you are totally contradictory to your real life personality in this show. So
I
how did
actually,
you do that?
you know, I'll not say I'm completely opposite. I feel I am a lot like Virat, and I feel most men are. I think it's just adding something to her thing. You know, a lot of men out there usually use complacency as an excuse to do what they want, because sometimes I feel it's like that अब तो मेरे पास है ना ये, अब कहाँ जाएगी? You know, usually I've also in my past relations sometimes heard you know girls telling me that जब मैं नहीं थी, then you used to chase me so much. Now I'm there, so now you don't care. So I feel every man I feel is that way. I'm not saying women can't be that, but I think with men sometimes in relationships it's like कि मैं कुछ भी करूँ तो ठीक है, मैं 3 लड़कियों से बात कर लूँ, लेकिन अगर मुझे पता चल जाए कि तुमने किसी लड़के से बात की ना तो मैं गुस्सा हो जाता हूँ. So I feel I am definitely to an extent like Virat. Yes, I don't know how much have I gaslit my people in the past, that only they can tell. But I feel every time when I perform na, I even tell her कि यार ये क्या आदमी है यार.
Every time.
ये पागल है क्या ये आदमी? मतलब sometimes it's and sometimes it plays on my mind, because sometimes I'm like, shit, have I done something like this? am I also, because he's so real. As a man, I feel Virat is point blank, has one aim. He wants to do anything that will take to reach his goal. It could be sitting on the highest chair at the office. He will love her in one moment, and then the second moment he'll just utaro her in front of everybody because he'll not get what he wants. So I feel that's one space that I am not. But there are a lot of facets of Virat. Facets. Theory. Thanks,
Sangat ka asar.
Thanks, yaar. That is very like Virat. Yes, a lot of it also comes from, like a lot of times when I'm performing, it comes from a lot of personal experiences that I put in. There are a lot of things about Virat, like, he comes from a broken family. He's had some experiences because of which he has an issue with commitment. But that's completely different to what I would be in real life. But I feel this is something that I identify in parts. So it's also good to learn a lot of things about me. I'm very, very honest about that. Ki, sometimes when I go back home, for me, Virat has become a learning. कि ये नहीं करूँगा अगली बार, क्योंकि this is the wrong thing. So when you see it from a third point of view, third perspective, you're like, हाँ यार, शायद गलत थे.
Okay, so with that we wrap up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking to us,
Thank you so
Karan and
much.
Jennifer.
Thank you.
I really wish you all the best for this
Thank you
show.
so much.
Please watch it, yaar.
12th Feb onwards, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. only on Sony Live.
Sony Live. Hi guys, this is Karan Wahi.
And this is Jennifer Winget.
And you're watching us on
Pink Villa.